Welcome back to your day. This weekend, masses will be running through the streets of West Toledo, Toledo Metroparks, and Sylvania Township. So be prepared for slow yet exciting traffic. It's the Mercy Health Glass City Marathon. Race Director Clint McCormick and Event Medical Director Dr. Jason Smith join us. Happy 45th Marathon.
Yeah, happy 419 Day.
Yes, and happy 419 Day. Of course, we can't, the marathon is a big part of the 419 and the tradition there, and it's such a great race. That means a lot to our community. So this weekend, it's finally here. It's coming up, but you got a full weekend packed with events. But let's talk about the weather first, because there have been so many marathon weekends where it is cold, rainy, snowy, miserable. It's going to be warm this weekend.
Yeah, I think this is going to be probably the warmest year we've had since 2009 that I can remember. But that's good for the volunteers, because the volunteers usually get the short end of the stick this weekend. The runners just need to hydrate, so when you're talking high 70s and 80 degrees, it's not hot. It's just we're not used to it. So proper precautions with regards to hydration is now, rather than waiting till you're at mile 10 to start drinking water, is probably the best advice.
Yeah, Dr. Smith, let's talk about this. What the runners, what they should be doing now to prepare. We're only a few days away. Are they still running at this point, or do they need to take a break? Do they need to practice their hydration?
Well, practicing hydration is a little difficult, Amanda. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to practice hydration, but what we should be doing is tapering down and preparing for the race. Probably should have had your long run in, and we should gradually be tapering that mileage down, but still running probably not as much. Now, what I think it's very important to note is that folks often forget that it's not just what you drink, it's what you eat as well. A lot of the foods that we consume can either hydrate or dehydrate us, and making sure we're eating a lot of good fruits and vegetables to add to that hydration is super important.
So let's take a look at those temperatures again. We're talking in the morning when we're starting off here at about 6:30, 58 degrees. I mean, that's not too bad, right?
No, it's pretty good.
There's a couple of factors that you want to kind of take a look at. Number one is the amount of cloud cover or direct sunlight you get, but also the humidity level, which neither are going to be, we believe, we're no meteorologists, but I don't think they're going to be a huge impact. It's just going to be warmer than normal. So, light clothing, loose clothing. I don't think people are going to be doing a whole lot of shedding their clothes, like they normally do the first couple of miles. You're going to be ready to go, right at the start line.
Okay, there we go. There's your forecast. Now, there's so many other things to talk about with race weekend coming up. For folks who want to spectate, they're like, okay, maybe I'm not going to run, but like you said, the weather's going to be nice, so I might come out and cheer them on this year. There's going to be some road closures and things like that. What do people need to know this weekend?
Yeah, so a couple communities really are high in spectator zones, if you will. Number one is throughout Ottawa Hills. Indian Road by St. Ursula and Ottawa Hills High School are fantastic spots. We kind of wind through some of the horse streets, I'll call them, Secretariat and Derby, some of those roads back there, and then that leads into Wildwood. So Wildwood will be your second zone to kind of really take in the route. And the marathon runners went through that section twice. So you'll see them at mile 11 and then again at mile 21. The final zone that I'll say is going to be kind of the Sylvania Southview area out by King and Sylvania. There's good parking out there over the kind of the Kroger's area, the library, that you can walk over to Sylvania Southview and watch people there. That's going to be mile 15. So those are really the big three zones outside of obviously the start and finish, which is going to be on campus at the University of Toledo.
And don't forget to wear sunscreen. I feel like I would be amiss if I didn't say that.
This is a great opportunity to get that message out. It's the beginning of the season here. We need to start getting into that habit of just putting it on all the time. Let's talk quickly, too, about the kids race and the 5K race, because that's on Saturday, correct? Both of those?
Yeah, so Saturday we're really going to kick off the activities of running. Saturday 5K starts at 8:30 a.m. That really does a nice I'm going to say corkscrew design through the University of Toledo, finishes on the football field. 3.1 miles. People can walk it, they can run it. This is kind of, your tune-up, if you will, of the weekend. And immediately following is the nationwide Children's Toledo Kids Marathon. So we're back this year with that. open to kids ages 2 to 12, 3 distances. We've got a lot of vendors with engaging activities on hand, including a 70-pound butterfly that Nationwide is bringing in. So we've got the Jeep crawlers are going to be doing some stuff out there. We've got the Metroparks bringing a climbing wall. We got face painting. So really, it's a great activity just to introduce your family or kids to the sport of running.
Is there still
people
spots
can still
available?
sign up, right?
Yeah, you could still sign up. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. GlassCityMarathon.org, easiest thing to do. Go out there. The kids is like $10. They still have shirts and inventory available. So finish for medals. McDonald's is providing some healthy snacks after the race. I mean, this is probably our best year in terms of kids activities that we have.
Great deal. It's a whole family event coming up this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Guys, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Thanks, Amanda.